So what's up YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Once again, you know I appreciate having you here. Stick around for today's video, a little bit of a rant, there's some serious notes in here, added with a little bit of fun, hopefully. Stick around for this, we're talking about panic buying, and yes, this pandemic. Right, thank you for sticking around, unlike toilet rolls on the shelves. See what I did there? Topical. That's right, let's start it off, panic buying. What the f is going on, people? What is going on? I'm not going to call it panic buying because I understand some people do panic, and I get it if they're panic buying. It's greed buying, basically. What we're doing is greed buying. I say we, I'm not, but people are greed buying. Don't understand it, especially don't understand the toilet roll thing. Don't understand it. Why the f do people need so much toilet roll? It makes no sense. Although there is a meme going around, I'm sure many of you have seen it, that one person coughs, 12 people shit themselves. So maybe it's that. Maybe every time someone coughs, the nation shits their pants. I mean, it's not that difficult to wash. I've got enough toilet roll to get me through. But what I've got is this amazing thing. I've got an absolutely amazing thing. It's the ability to clean myself. That's right, I can wash. Basically, if the shit hits the fan, literally, I can wash myself. There's a weird thing I've got. I've got a douche. A lot of people won't know what it is. Some of you will know what this is. But when my missus, my wife, when we did the bathroom, she put a douche in, which is basically a shower for your nether regions. At the time, I thought, she's a little bit mad. What is the point of that? But it turns out, she's a bloody genius. Who knew? Well, obviously she does, because she keeps telling me every bloody day. And not only that, if you put it on cold, it's nice and refreshing. But it's not for that. But it does feel good. I was in the shop the other day and there was this woman and she had, I don't know how many toilet rolls. She had a lot of toilet rolls in the trolley, but she was also wearing white trousers. I mean, if you're that scared of shitting yourself, why are you wearing white trousers? At the moment, I've only got one roll of toilet paper left. Now, don't feel sorry for me. I'm going to be all right. Right, so the solution is to that, to what? To bring baskets. I mean, if you take baskets in there, some people are saying basket only, then you'll get someone like this. I mean, and what's with buying all the pasta? Why has pasta become so obsessional? I understand because it keeps for a long time. My wife's Italian. We've always got pasta in the house, so I'm never going to go short of that, thank God. But I don't understand why all of a sudden it's pasta this, pasta that. A few months ago, we were Brexit. That was foreign rubbish to most people in this country. Well, not most, but you know the ones. England, oi oi, those ones. It was basically, we're not eating that foreign muck. Now, I bet you go to the house full of pasta. And while we're talking of empty shelves, please people, take this. This is a very, very serious note. This is very serious. Probably one of the most serious notes I'll make on this video. Stop. I'm begging you, please stop sharing pictures of empty shelves on Facebook. For f***'s sake, I get it. I understand. I know what an empty shelf looks like. Just say they've run out of toilet paper. I don't need a shelf to back that up. I can quite literally picture it in my head because it's been scarred into the back of my brain, pictures of empty shelves. Just there, please, beg you, no more. And while we're talking about the greedy people, panic buying, the stupidness, it's a little story from my stepdad who went to the early bird sort of thing where the old people go early and they can get their stuff. That's the plan. Anyway, he went to Sainsbury's, queued up a little bit before it opened. He said the queue went round the block by the end of it, but he was telling me that there were more people in the queue that weren't old than were old. Obviously, some of those are going to be vulnerable people, which is acceptable, but he said there are a lot of people that were just getting there early because they know one security guard is not going to stop them. So they were shopping as normal, and he had one couple, basically they were pushing old people out the way, barging their way through, and they filled their trolley up with toilet paper, funny enough, seeing as we were talking about that. He did point out to them that they're only allowed, I think it's 2 or 3, so it's going to get taken off of them at the till, but they didn't seem to care, they just ignored him, basically told him some of that. They cleared out the shelves basically, so there wasn't really much left for other people. There was an old guy behind my dad looking for some toilet paper and there wasn't any left, so while they were distracted, this miserable couple, this greedy couple let's say, or this greedy man, my dad kind of took a couple of toilet rolls or a packet of toilet rolls out of their trolley and put it in this old guy's trolley when they weren't looking. They never noticed. They had so much toilet paper that they didn't even notice. So there you go. That's how I was brought up, to sort of like help people not to be greedy. And basically, we've now moved on to the stage where we're going to go into lockdown. I mean, not lockdown, we're not going to have armed forces with holding guns to our heads just yet. That might happen at some point, but not at this moment in time. They're still relying on us to be sensible. And the reason why all these things are happening is because we do not bloody listen. We don't listen. You're told to stay away from pubs, clubs, social areas, stop socialising, keep your distance, and people still do it. And it's not the Dunkirk spirit. It's not, hey, we're British, are we? No, we're not. It's just being stupid. It's being absolutely stupid. You know in your brains you should be a certain distance away from somewhere. The way this virus contracts itself and attaches itself to you, you need that distance to slow it down. We're not going to stop it, but we need to slow it down. So going to the pub with all your mates going, "Way, oi, oi," you're a f***ing idiot, mate. Absolutely. If that's you, you're an idiot. And don't quote me Dunkirk spirit. I'm fucking English through and through. More English than probably most of you. And it's not the Dunkirk spirit. The Dunkirk spirit was everyone coming together and fighting for one common cause. You guys that think you're getting together is actually the opposite of what the Dunkirk spirit is. The Dunkirk spirit is to do what's needed to get through. Let me tell you this now. Let me tell you this. Oi, oi, Savaloy will not stop you getting coronavirus. And here's the weird thing about social distances, whatever they're called, I think that's the name of it. Basically, stay a metre apart. It makes sense. I went to the shop this morning, everyone's just standing right behind me. I was a metre from the person in front, old lady behind me, she was literally in my back pocket. But it's weird, this is what I'm saying about the pubs and the clubs, the social distances. Unless the pubs put one table, one drink, one chair, and you all spread out and you can shout at each other across the pub, no problem. Unless they do that, it's not going to work. It's not feasible. Hold on a minute. Weatherspoons have been doing this for years. Every time I go past at 11 o'clock in the morning, there's one old guy, one table, one pint, all spread out across Weatherspoons. Well done, Weatherspoons. Bit of forethought. And going back to the tissue, the toilet paper issue, the tissue issue, lyrical flow, there's also probably another reason. So this is a serious message going out to parents out there with teenage boys. If you are having to self-isolate with your son, hide your credit card because he's going to sign up to premium Pornhub. I think there's a premium on there, I'm guessing. I'm just going to check there is a premium. I'll put it on private browsing just in case. That doesn't mean I've used it, by the way, just because I know how private browsing works. I wonder if there's a private browsing in the army. Just a thought. Right, so Pornhub. Damn, there is a premium button. Oh my god. It actually says, I can't show you because it's putting porn on telly because there's a picture behind of two ladies having great fun. But it says free week on Pornhub Premium. We are not kidding. Start your free week now. So Pornhub are going free. So they've realised the massive amounts of toilet paper in some people's houses may be the reason I'm saying. They've got teenage sons. This is not an advert for Pornhub, by the way. This is not, we're not gifted, I'm not promoting it. I'm just saying there are other porn websites out there. Although I've heard this is a good one. So if you want, I don't know, what can you send? I can't get a freebie out of Pornhub. If I did, the wife might be very upset. Right, so that brings us on to social isolating. And again, no problem with that. Do what you need to do. Do it properly. Do it by the guidelines. Socially isolate if you have to. It's not the end of the world. It's just common sense and the right thing to do. I will go to work till I cannot go to work. I will self-isolate when I have to. I'm doing my best to socially isolate myself from people, to keep the proper distance, to be safe towards them, as well as them being safe towards me. And I will tell them, trust me, back the f*** up. Nice and polite, just like that. If you want to do social distancing properly, it happened in my school, and it probably happened at many schools around the country. If I go back to when I was a teenager, yes, I know it's a long time ago, but if I go back to when I was a teenager, anyone that had white trainers, new white trainers, probably still happens with the young people today, but if you've got white, clean, crisp trainers, whiter than white, shine, you can see them from space white, you know what social distancing is. So if someone was to step within 2 feet of my brand new white trainers at school, I tell you what, it's on. It is on. We are going to war. One little mark on your trainers and you know it's on. Also spare a thought for those people that have to self-isolate and stay indoors with people they don't really like. Maybe they don't get on with the missus. Luckily, me and the wife get on really well, so not a problem. But there are couples out there that spend half their time trying to get away from each other. So imagine those poor bastards being locked together. I shouldn't laugh, it's not funny. But I'm just saying, there are probably other people out there worse than you that are suffering a little bit more. Imagine you've got kids that are little shits. Imagine that, driving you up the wall. You can't get away from them. Now, I haven't done any panic buying. I've said that in the beginning. I have bought some weird things though. I really have bought some weird things. Well, not weird, I see it from a different point of view. People go out and buy food, toiletries, cleaning products, loads of other stuff. So I went out, and of course, being a man with a slightly childish brain, I'll admit that, I went out and bought a dartboard. Well, you've got to have something to do with your self-isolating. I've also bought a solar charger for my phone. I don't know why. It's just, you know, when you see something, you think, oh, that's a good idea. What if all the power goes down in this zombie apocalypse? Or maybe watch that free premium Pornhub subscription that they're going to send me for advertising them so wonderfully on this channel. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Also, I bought a pump for the push bike to pump up the tyres. Again, I figured if we're not going to work, or although I'm supposed to be working all the way through this, what the job I do is not going to stop. It's going to continue all the way through. But I might start cycling to work and back. That way I can build up my fitness, my lung capacity and help just in case I do get it further down the line. And I've got to go to work anyway, so I might as well use it for fitness so I can pump up the tyres and start to get a little bit healthier. That's the plan. Use it for something positive because all we're seeing is negative. So let's just bring it up and be a little bit positive towards each other, towards one another. Let's be nice to one another. I've been sidetracked here. I'm sort of like going off on a tangent, but I will emphasise that. Let's try and be a little bit nice to each other. Maybe at the end of this, the whole nation will, one, be a little bit cleaner because we all wash our bloody hands now, and two, we might be a little bit nicer to each other and appreciate other people a little bit more. What I do, this is my regime. It might help you out, it might not. There's one little tip that I find is really good that I do. Basically, I sanitize everything. I've got alcohol wipes and I've also got hand gels, so I've got enough of that. I always have it on me anyway because my work's quite dirty, not like that. And so I like to keep my hands clean and everything. So I've always got that. I've always had that in my locker, so to speak. And I don't mean in my locker like, I'm kung fu. I mean like literally in my locker at work. So my hands are clean, I clean it, and then I'll put gloves on. My gloves are fabric, they're driving gloves, and I use it for driving the train. But the reason I use that, they don't stop the virus, but what they do is stop me touching my face. When I've got bare hands, I'm forever touching my face. But I find when I put gloves on, I use my wrists. If I've got an itchy nose, I use my wrists. If I've got an itchy head, I don't know why I did that. Look, I've turned into a cat now. You get what I mean. It just stops me touching my face. And that's probably the best thing I've done, is put those gloves on, because they've got me out of the habit of touching my face. I don't know if I've touched my face in this video. I'm not sure, because it's a natural thing. Hopefully I haven't. So basically, wash your hands, don't touch your face, stay the back from people, give a little bit of personal space. It's courtesy. It is courtesy. You might not want to, but they might want you to. So be nice, wash your hands as I said. Hopefully none of you guys get it, everyone's safe, and just smile. Try and be a bit positive. We got rough times coming. We know we've got rough times coming, but try be a little bit positive. Make someone smile. Be nice to people. That's all I've got to say. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. I shall see you on the next one. Leave a comment down in the comment section if you so desire. Leave a massive thumbs up. Hit the notification bell so you guys can get the drop on these videos. I shall see you on the next one. You know I love you all. Stay safe. Fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.